I'm I'm just blown away. Like Satyajit Ray is a legend. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and today we're talking about the 1964 Bengali movie Charulata, screenplay and direction by the legendary Satyajit Ray. It's based on a story by Rabindranath Tagore, starring the wonderful Madhabi Mukherjee, Soumitra Chatterjee, Selin Mukherjee, and many more. As always, watch the film on Discord with other viewers of the channel. So if you want to join us in the future, link in the description, come join the community and suggest us more Bengali movies to watch. Now I recently reviewed the Appu trilogy. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. The three films, my first introduction to Satyajit Ray, and I was blown away, of course. Easily one of the best films ever made. And this film is no different. Such a highest degree of craftsmanship. With its theme and story, it was so ahead in time. I cannot fathom the fact that this movie came out in 1964. To first of all show a female character in a lead role, she is the protagonist. The story is about her. The film is named after her. Not that we didn't have movies like that before. And on that, she's such a complicated character. She is not what society considers an ideal woman. And apart from that, the film is so relevant. There's so much social commentary on journalism, the difference between criticism and disloyalty, to not to add spicy articles in the newspaper so people buy them more. It's very much similar today, having clickbait titles in the videos. Salman Khan slapped this actor because of that actress. All the sensational titles just to get that click. The film talks about art, the craft of writing, how artists understand each other and develop a connection. And as always, the film shows the life of people before the independence. What was life like? And the film is not even talking about independence. It's not about that. It's about people's life in that era, which I'm so fascinated about always. Now I'll be delving into spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. It's on Mubi as well as it's available on Facebook. You can find the link for that on Discord. But do go watch the film and come back. Also, if you're finding value, hit the like button so the video reaches to more people. Consider subscribing and the bell icon to get notifications whenever a new video drops. Now the film starts with that iconic scene where Charulata is looking through the windows using her binoculars. As if this is her house, she cannot go out and she's peeping through to see the world. That how far she is from the world, how lonely she is. And that scene is followed by her looking at her husband with the same binoculars. As if they are living in the same house, they are husband and wife, but how far they are. Because her husband is not giving time to her. She feels lonely. And that is established so beautifully. And later in the movie, we understand why she's getting attracted to the brother-in-law. There's so much nuances to it. They both are creative person. And at no point it becomes sensual or sexual. Not at all. There's a dialogue by Charulata, how women are portrayed in novels, in stories. And it's such a meta thing that in this film, you're seeing the true representation. The cinematography is outstanding, but there was one scene that blew me away. The scene where the camera is on Charulata as she's swinging. And I just lost my mind. How the hell did they pull that off so brilliantly? It is so smooth. Today, we can do that easily with just a phone, There's image stabilization, there's all of that. But they pulled it off in 1960s. I'm just blown away. I want to know how did they pull that off. And the best thing, it's not just a gimmick. That camera movement is also telling a story. You are moving with her. And Madhabi Mukherjee was just brilliant in performing that role. And Soumitra Chatterjee as Amal supported her so well. He was outstanding in the film. He was so charismatic that every woman in the film was attracted to him. His quirkiness, his young energy, as a person who just came out of college. He's so free, he just wants to relax, lost in his own imaginary world. And the way the relationship between them builds up is so organic and natural. This film reminded me of two films which came out later, of course, which are Haseen Dilruba, of course, because of the major plot, as well as Call Me By Your Name. And I was really thinking, why am I getting the vibes of Call Me By Your Name in this film? Maybe it's that, something is going on, but it's not clear. The characters are not clear with their actions. There's no spoon feeding going on. And even the environment that is built up around, it reminds me of that film. Now, if this film is on one hand, Haseen Dilruba is on the other end of the spectrum, because that is more about the pulpiness of it, making it sexual and sensual. So you can see the two extreme ways of showing a similar story. And it seems like Charulata's character is so unsure, so weird, what is going on with her. But that is all intended. That's what her character is. Even she is unable to understand what's happening to her. What are these feelings coming on to her? In the logical mind, she knows it's wrong. But the illogical mind, the heart, is not understanding that. She has become possessive about Amal. She doesn't want to share him with anyone. She doesn't want him to leave her. And in that process, her artistry comes out by writing about her own childhood. And we see how amazing writer she is. And it gets printed in one of the biggest magazines. It's like Amal unlocked her creativity, unlocked her talent. She did it just to prove herself in front of him. You know, I love these camera moments where when the cat is thinking, you're zooming into her, and then as soon as she's finished, there's a sudden zoom back. And that was so well done. Now the other subplot of, Charulata's brother stealing the money and leaving them, and how that betrayal is a parallel to what Charulata and Amal are doing to the husband. And that parallel is shown so brilliantly. As Amal is talking to his brother, and the brother is telling him how hurt he is that people can betray someone like this, that man can do this to the other man, and the camera is focused on Amal and then cutting to Charulata and them feeling guilty about it, and indirectly showing their betrayal. Now throughout the movie we see Amal in white clothes, but only in the last shot when he's writing the letter and leaving we see him wearing black. Now either it is saying that he has become matured, that's why he's wearing a different color now, that is black, or he's wearing black because he's guilty, he's corrupted now, because when he first saw him he's so innocent, he's so pure, but now he isn't. And at the end, when the husband finds out, I go back to his dialogue in the beginning about Romeo and Juliet and how that is not a tragedy. For him, the tragedy is, people living in this poor country and how they are exploited. And how that later comes to him and bites him. And then we end the film with those freeze frame shots. What an amazing idea. Now the film starts with Charulata, the lonely wife, and ends with the end, the broken world. And the film is just so brilliantly executed. But man, what can you expect from Satyajit Ray movie? My fourth film of his, and I have to watch more this year and continue watching more and more. Let me know in the comments which should be the next one. Through channel membership, you can support this channel and help me continue this journey ahead. And in turn, you get various perks. To know more, click on the join button. For more information, check out the community page. So guys, that's the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button, share this video, let me know in the comments your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed yet, check out the videos. If you like them too, do and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Stay home, stay safe.